This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us. Haley is off this evening. Topping our news tonight, 5 homicides in a matter of days in Sarasota and Manatee counties. Now local law enforcement agencies are left searching for the killers responsible. ABC7's Kate Flexter joins us live from Sarasota, where one of those murders happened, with the very latest. Kate?
Well, good evening, Scott. It was a very busy weekend for law enforcement in both Sarasota and Manatee counties, all culminating here on Yale Avenue. But it actually all started on Longboat Key at the Zoda Hotel early Friday morning. Take a look at this surveillance video. Police are searching for this man who they believe robbed the hotel and then shot and killed the front desk clerk and security guard. Although the video only shows one suspect, police believe others could be involved. Meanwhile, in Manatee County, just one day later, another double homicide after what deputies describe as a shootout in the Bayshore Gardens neighborhood. Deputies arrived to find 2 men dead in the home. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is still looking for 3 to 4 murder suspects in that case. Hours later, another victim was found right here on Yale Avenue. Police are investigating whether it could be related. They're asking for the public's help in solving each of these cases.
We rely on the community heavily to be able to just tell us things that they may not even think are important. There could be neighbors that have seen vehicles come to that location, or maybe saw something earlier in the night, something that they may have encountered personally. Don't ever hesitate to let us know, because we may be able to really work with that information to make an arrest and solve a case.
Meanwhile, on Longboat Key, they just upped the reward to $50,000 as they continue to search for that suspect. For now, reporting live in Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Kate, thank you. A Venice daycare worker is charged with child abuse tonight after investigators say she slapped a 9-month-old baby. Detectives began their investigation in April after allegations were made that Cheryl Bolton slapped the infant at the Child Development Center at Christ United Methodist Church on Center Road in Venice. Sarasota County Sheriff's Office worked with the Department of Children and Families, and photos were taken of the infant's injuries showing red marks on his face, consistent with being struck by an open hand. Deputies say Bolton admitted to being frustrated while changing the baby's diaper. The Englewood woman is charged with 1 count of aggravated child abuse without great bodily harm. A Venice man is facing new charges after his initial arrest for possession of child pornography. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies charging 48-year-old Mario Guerrero with 16 additional counts of child porn possession. After his arrest in late June, detectives found 16 more videos containing child porn on Guerrero's computers. In June, he was charged with 3 counts of possessing porn involving children. He's now being held on $400,000 bond. Now to new developments surrounding the massive sinkhole just north of the Suncoast that just keeps growing. Florida officials have now condemned a 7th home due to the sinkhole in Pasco County. 2 homes and a boat were destroyed when the sinkhole opened back on July 14th. It now stretches about 260 feet wide. Contractors are still trying to clean debris from the hole. Work was temporarily stopped on Friday when large chunks of its edge crumbled inward. The state of Florida has picked 40 projects from around the state that will get a share of $50 million. The list includes projects that call for extending sewer lines and connecting homes with septic tanks to central sewer lines. There are also several proposals to acquire land near existing springs. The projects are expected to help springs in North and Central Florida, including Wakulla Springs and Silver Springs. Silver Springs is one of Florida's first tourist attractions, and Wakulla Springs is considered one of the largest and deepest freshwater springs in the world. For the first time in nearly 30 years, Florida wildlife officials are considering letting anglers reel in a limited number of Goliath grouper. This massive fish can weigh up to 800 pounds and reach 8 feet long. Goliath grouper have not been legally harvested since 1990 due to overfishing. Since that time, the population has substantially recovered. Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission says there are now a significant number of the fish in some parts of the state.
Some folks in South Florida in particular may see a lot of these when they're out fishing for other species, may have a difficult time pulling up the species that they're targeting because Goliath grouper might be taking their fish off the line, or maybe they're targeting a species and they keep catching Goliath grouper.
FWC says any harvest of Goliath grouper would likely be extremely limited in both the number of tags issued and the number of fish allowed to be caught by one person. All right, let's get a check with our resident angler and chief meteorologist, Bob Harrigan. Bob.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been out there before fishing, and the Goliath grouper sometimes snatch and take away the juvenile fish that you're not allowed to keep, but the Goliath grouper do. There's a lot of them out there, so a bit of a change there. We're seeing a change here too. We're getting the southeasterly wind flow. You know, last couple of weeks it's been a little bit strange with a west wind, and that west wind has allowed us to see mainly inland storms late in the afternoon and not much near the coast. But now we're starting to see southeasterly wind flow butt up against that sea breeze. That sea breeze is right about there. You can just barely see it. And you're going to continue to see these storms develop along that sea breeze and then eventually push toward the west coast. Although the west wind is kind of holding them off right now. We had some rain near Northport, Port Charlotte before that, and now it's starting to intensify. A couple of lightning strikes showing up now too. So this is intensifying along I-75. Near Nokomis and Venice. Get ready for some rainfall, and it's going to be moving in that direction northwest at around 10 miles an hour, bringing with it the possibility of some dangerous lightning, some very heavy rainfall. Right now, no severe weather report. Temperatures currently a little bit cooler where it rained, 88 degrees in Punta Gorda now, 94 in Mayaca City. The water temperature steaming 90 and 89 in Cortez, Braden, and you're at 91. The tropics, well, they're active. We have Franklin now. The tropical storm Franklin is not going to be a factor for us, but it will be for Central America, specifically Mexico. You can see it right there, starting to gain a little strength. Top winds are at 60 miles an hour. It's moving to the northwest pretty rapidly at 13. So once it's over land, it will weaken somewhat over the Yucatan Peninsula and then emerge and head off toward the west. We'll talk more about that a little bit later, but not going to impact Florida's weather. This is a little system we're watching right now, but there's dry air to the east, an upper level low to the northwest of it. It's having a hard time developing at this time. More on that little tropical disturbance and the rest of the week's forecast coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Summer break is nearly over. The first day of school in Manatee County is this Thursday. Sarasota County students go back 1 week from today. And this year, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is trying something new to help parents and kids get ready for that new school year. The Sheriff's Office launching a back-to-school social media campaign. On Facebook and Twitter, sheriff's deputies will post daily traffic safety tips related to school zones, school bus safety, and pedestrian and bicyclist awareness. Deputies are working with the school district on this campaign.
The social media campaign for the Sarasota County School District is something that continues on year-round. It's a great way to communicate with students, with teachers, with families, with parents. So it's something that we're always using to tell great stories of the district.
Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies will also be doing a virtual ride-along on the first day of school, which again is Monday, August 14th. To follow it, just use the hashtag SCSO Back to School 2017. ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. And Richard, more records, still more records on Wall Street today.
Scott, it's hard to believe, but the beat, in fact, does go on. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, including today, has now been up for 10 consecutive days, 9 of those setting all-time records. The Standard & Poor's 500 index also closing at a record today. And ironically, the best performer of the day was the NASDAQ, and it's the only one that did not close at an all-time record. But it's a lazy summer Monday. The top-to-bottom range, believe it or not, was only 39 points. Plus 28 being the high of the day, minus 11 being the low of the day. But when all was said and done, records falling, up arrows all around. Let's take a look, and they do look pretty darn good. There you see the new record for the Dow, up almost 26 points, just over 0.1% at 22,118.42 on very light volume of 584 million shares. The NASDAQ, no record, but up 0.5%, more than 32 points at 6,383.77. That on volume of 1,306 million shares. And the S&P, yes, a record, up 4.16% at 2,480.91. Well, the beat keeps going on for a very familiar hotel chain as well, Marriott. Marriott, after the close today, announced better than expected top and bottom lines. And up until today, shares of Marriott are up 27% year to date. Not bad. Remember, Marriott has a huge inventory, if you will, of various hotel chains, including Residence Inn and the Ritz-Carlton. And they own a number of things in between. And Scott, for those of you who remember, it's not more than perhaps 4 weeks ago when it was announced that the St. Regis chain would be developing the old Colony on Longboat Key. Well, guess what? St. Regis is owned by Marriott. Big surprise.
One of its spiffier brands, for sure.
Yes, exactly.
And also, let's keep the travel talk going, and you've got some news on Avis.
Yeah, if you also recall about a month or so ago, terrible earnings from Hertz, the Uber effect as they call it. People are taking Uber rather than renting a car. Well, same true today for Avis. Their earnings were just terrible after the close, and the stock was down 10% in aftermarket trading. Won't be a pretty sight when it opens tomorrow morning.
Okay. Richard, thanks so much for the update.
You are welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a new coping mechanism that could help some children who suffer with ADHD, how exercise may help them focus. And we'll get back to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan, who'll have the full weather forecast for the upcoming work week. And we are just 2 weeks away now from the Earth crossing the shadow of the moon, the best way to view the solar eclipse from here on the Suncoast. That's coming up.
The ABC7 Stock Report is brought to you by Sunset Cadillac.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Some are calling it the Great American Solar Eclipse, and it's just 2 weeks away now when many will be seeking a once-in-a-lifetime view. South Carolina will be the closest location to Florida to view the total eclipse, and that state is expecting 2 million visitors come August 21st. Florida will see a partial eclipse between 75 and 90% based on where you're at in the state. Earlier today, Sarasota County libraries were handing out free solar eclipse glasses from NASA. The agency has put out a warning against counterfeit glasses that are hitting the market.
You don't want to use the glasses if they're scratched because that damages the lens and then you can be in danger of damaging your eyes.
If you put them on and look at the sun and you have to squint or there's any pain to your eye, then those aren't good glasses.
Several Sarasota County libraries were out of glasses by lunchtime today, but Manatee County libraries will be giving out more come August 17th. Sarasota County is saving even more for their teen viewing at the Northport Library during the eclipse, and another viewing party will be happening at Oscar Scheer State Park in Osprey. Again, this is all August 21st. I think it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll have more on the specific times as it gets closer to us. But we need some clear skies, of course.
Right. It starts earlier, like 1 o'clock, and then continues the maximum around 3.
Right.
And 3 o'clock in the afternoon, typically we're getting those storms developing and clouds around. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, if you want to see it better and not worry about the clouds, you got to kind of play it by ear as far as where you're going to go and travel to see that. We are looking at some clouds right now gathering, not out in the Gulf of Mexico, however. You can see the Van Wezel webcam showing some pretty nice weather throughout this afternoon. It would be good to see it today. You can see the clear skies overhead, but not in places like Northport, Port Charlotte, or Venice, as clouds are moving in, and so is the rain. Showers and storms developing now. And you can see that activity. We have the southeasterly wind flow around an area of high pressure, which continues to suppress Franklin, the tropical storm, down to our south. And with that southeast wind, we get that butting up against the sea breeze, and showers and storms starting to fire off now. And you can see that just to the west of Northport, approaching Venice near Jacaranda, and then stretching northward all along I-75 up to near Clark Road. Another shower developing along University Parkway. Venice currently just on the edge of the heavy rainfall, but Center Road near Plantation, stretching up toward the Venetian, some showers and storms there. And we're getting a lot more lightning strikes now, too, indicating that this storm is really starting to fire up along that sea breeze, that west wind kind of helping it and feeding the storm. And then this one just broke out along Clark Road and also just north of Bee Ridge, I should say, as we continue to see that develop, move off to the northwest. But these are expanding, and it looks as though the coastal locations into Siesta Key, stretching to Lido, and then Longboat Key, get ready for some storms and the possibility of lightning. And you can see from the 3D slice of this particular storm, it's up there at the 50,000 foot level and well past 30,000 feet, and that means more lightning is going to be generated from this storm in the upcoming hour or so. Hail forecast too. There's a possibility of getting some pea-sized hail with this cell, especially along I-75 and northeastward as that storm is continuing to develop. Now, currently at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport, we have 90 degrees, heat index at 100, and the winds are out of the west-southwest at 10. The pressure is fairly high right now. The temperatures are cooling down where it's raining, but where it's not, it's hot. It's 90 degrees in Sarasota. The forecast for Tuesday, we're going to see scattered showers and storms. Looks like throughout the day, mostly in the afternoon. We'll have partly cloudy skies otherwise. It's not going to be a rain out by any stretch, but we will see some showers and storms around, especially in the afternoon and evening due to that southeasterly wind flow. Well, here is Franklin. Franklin, a tropical storm which has developed over the weekend. It continues to move off toward the west and northwest fairly rapidly, too. Top winds are at 60 miles an hour, and it is moving in that westerly direction now. Expected to move on more of a northwesterly course at 13 miles an hour. There's the forecast path and track. Now we have tropical storm warnings up across much of the Yucatan Peninsula, stretching down toward Belize. It eventually crosses over into the Bay of Campeche and then off into Mexico, causing some very big concerns with flooding there. But the storm appears to be a Category 1 hurricane as it makes landfall, with winds up to about 75 to 80 miles an hour. Another system we'd been watching had a lot better chance of developing. About 5 days ago, it had an 80% chance of developing. Now, it is not much. In fact, the 80% chance has dropped down to 20% and 0% chance over the next 24 hours. There's the forecast path and track of that particular system. Again, looks like missing Florida. Well, we're not missing the storms here. We're going to continue to see those scattered showers and storms right through the evening hours here. Then they'll be back tomorrow as well. For boaters, a light chop out there. Winds basically out of the southeast, turning to the southwest at 10 knots. Tides upcoming, low tide at 8:39 and another low tide at 7:29. Tonight, scattered evening storms, then partly cloudy, 78 for your low. Tomorrow, hot and humid. Afternoon showers and storms, mainly a high of 92. The extended forecast does call for fairly typical Florida weather here in the summer with temperatures in the low 90s. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you so much. In Suncoast Traffic Watch, right now there's a stalled vehicle in Sarasota. It's on US 41 in the northbound lanes right near Bee Ridge Road, and it is backing up traffic in that area, so try to avoid it if you can. In health news tonight, how sports can help kids manage their ADHD symptoms. It's no secret that physical activity offers several benefits, including weight loss, managing good heart health, and improving blood pressure. And now, according to the Mayo Clinic, regular exercise may also have a positive effect on behavior in our children with ADHD when added to the treatment. Specifically, exercise can help improve their cognitive performance as well as brain function during tasks. As kids get ready to go back to school, health officials are reminding parents to make sure their children have all the required vaccines. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends students in kindergarten through 12th grade get multiple vaccines. Those include polio, whooping cough, hepatitis B, and MR vaccines. Health officials say the vaccines are needed to protect the population against diseases, and the shots are not just for the younger kids.
If you do have a student who is going off to college, it is very important to check with the school, make sure that their vaccination record reflects the requirements of that school. This is something that you may want to check very early and make sure that it doesn't interfere with their attendance in school.
Children can get vaccinated at their primary care provider or the local health department. Coming up, intense flooding in Texas, how rescue workers were able to save a man trapped on the hood of his SUV. Plus, a very turbulent flight, what passengers had to say about the extreme turbulence on their flight to Philadelphia. That story coming up.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Junior, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
A British model is speaking out after allegedly being kidnapped, drugged, and then stuffed inside a bag. It happened in Italy, and police say the person they have in custody is believed to have been her abductor and was trying to sell the woman online. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has details on the investigation.
Smiles and relief from British model Chloe Ayling, finally back home in London after surviving what authorities say was a bizarre kidnapping in Italy.
I've been through a terrifying experience. I feared for my life, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour.
Reading from a prepared statement, the 20-year-old told an Italian reporter she's grateful to be alive, but still in shock.
I've just arrived home after 4 weeks of being in Italy, and I haven't had the time to gather my thoughts.
Ayling told police she traveled to Milan for what she thought was a photo shoot, but men posing as photographers drugged her with a powerful sedative, ketamine. Then bound and stuffed inside a suitcase, police say the men put her into the trunk of a car, drove her to a remote cabin near the French border, and held her there handcuffed to furniture for 6 days until she was finally released. According to investigators, the suspects used accounts on the dark web, an encrypted part of the internet not accessible through normal browsers, demanded the model's agent pay more than $300,000 to stop them from selling her as a sex slave. Police say they recovered a flyer from the cabin where she was held, advertising an online criminal network. And now they have a Polish man in custody with suspected ties to online sex trafficking. Police say they have evidence confirming their suspect spent time with the model, but the suspect has, quote, a different perspective of the events. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
Emergency teams in San Antonio are trying to reach people stranded by intense flooding. One dramatic rescue was caught on camera. Firefighters extended their ladders as far as they could go to reach one man who got caught trying to drive through high rushing water and became stuck. Rescuers had a boat on standby, but they were finally able to reach the man and get him to safety. Less than a half-mile away, firefighters had to use a boat to rescue a woman who was trapped on top of her car. Now that woman could face charges for endangering the lives of first responders. Some travelers are still shaken up tonight after an American Airlines flight was hit by severe turbulence. This video was taken by a passenger on board the flight shortly after the plane shook and dropped on Saturday. The pilot apologized for what happened, calling the turbulence totally unexpected. The flight was en route from Athens, Greece to Philadelphia. They were close to Philadelphia when that turbulence hit. Passengers say it was an extremely scary situation.
Very slight turbulence for about 5 seconds, and then suddenly it felt like the whole plane was in free fall.
Started shaking, then it took a big drop. Baby screaming, people in front of us hitting the ceilings. Flight attendant broke his arm. There was a little bit of blood, and then right after that, they told us there was unexpected turbulence. It wasn't on their radar or anything like that.
In a statement, American Airlines says 3 passengers and 7 crew members were taken to a Philadelphia area hospital for evaluation. Well, a stubborn goat is caught on camera harassing a police officer. The officer was in Blanchard, Oklahoma, looking for the owner of a lost pony when a goat climbed onto the squad car. A neighbor came out and helped get the goat down, but the feisty guy jumped right back up there a second time. The officer said the video would help make a great claim for insurance, but officials with the department say the goat did not do any damage to the vehicle. Good to see. Still to come on your Suncoast News, the ever-expanding Sarasota Memorial Hospital, what the company plans to do with an office building on the island of Venice, and the services that will be available once it's complete. That story coming up.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Players Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.